Hey guys, greetings. How you doing? I hope you are doing well. Welcome to Vinyl TV. If you are new to this channel, and if you are, please consider subscribing. Someone asked me a question: how do you earn passive income? So this is one I want us to discuss. I want us to talk about today. The question I was asked is how do you earn passive income? So the question I was asked is, how do you earn passive income, right? Before I want us to start, I want to tell you what is passive income. Let's go for definition of passive income. My understanding of passive income is revenue or income someone generates or company generates, right, without getting so much involved, without participating in that participating more to generate that income. So I want us to go to the internet. What they say, passive income is when, kind of technically, when someone derive rental income or income from business in which the taxpayer does not materially participate. Okay. Another dimension is they say is also passive earnings derived from rental property or limited partnership in which the enterprise, in which the person does not actively involve. What it means is like earnings that someone generates without you really getting involved. So what sort of business can you do these days without you getting involved? So that's what I want us to discuss, but also to share with you that it's possible for you to make plan really, how to build a generational wealth. The wealth I'm talking about is the wealth that will outlive you. So in terms of passive income, I want to show you how you can generate passive income, or where how someone will be able to generate a passive income. Pretty much like it's an income where you are earning or getting a revenue without you getting much involved, without you while you are asleep, while you are home sleeping, it's sort of getting money coming into you every month or on yearly basis, without you putting much of an effort, without you going to 9 to 5 job, without you putting an effort. So this is what I want us to discuss. How do you generate a passive income? Okay, to generate a passive income, one need to first of all, I believe you get passive income by dividend. You get a passive income from dividend. Okay, you get a passive income from dividends. So dividend is a revenue you generate. Maybe you invest in a stock market. I'm a keen promoter on investing in the stock market. Obviously there's a volatility in the market, but you need to do the fundamental. I just want to also say that this information is self-taught. I'm not a financial advisor, but it's sort of something that I'm doing that is helping me, that I want to share with people, especially some of my friends, for them to understand that there are other ways to make ends to live in. There are other ways to make money without you really working so much hard, or going to 9 to 5 job. So it's about you finding your niche, but also you finding a way to earn a living without putting so much, sweat, without, sweating up and down, without tiring, without killing yourself in that business. You need to earn a living in a smart way. Okay, so but also you need to be able to understand, take a calculated risk, being self-awareness also, for you to be able to understand that the amount of risk you are taking. There also, you can't really make a business is about risk, so you need to understand that, also knowing to when for you to enter into market, or for you to make a calculative decision that will help you in the long run. But also you're thinking about what do you really want to gain in whatever you are thinking in terms of your business idea or what you want to achieve. So first of all, dividend paying stock, right? Dividend is the where a corporation or company, after their financial year, or every quarterly or every 6 months, they go through their financial statement, and show the shareholders what they have done, in terms of their statement, what they have, whether they made profit or not. From there, they can decide if they make profit. They come from that profit, they say, okay, this is what we want to give back to the shareholders. So the directors will decide, okay, this is how many percentage from that earning, from the income that was generated, they want to give back to the shareholders. They give this back to the shareholders as a dividend. So they make this announcement. Some of them will pay a certain amount of money, or or maybe I'm gonna give you an example, right? If it's Nigerian Stock Exchange, for instance, some companies do pay like 2 naira. Okay, some pay 1 naira. It really depends. But this is another way you can earn passive income. So dividend, by you investing in stock market. Investing in stock market is a way to earn a passive, but also investing in stock market is about you investing in dividend paying stock. So you do your research, do your due diligence, make a proper research, and find out companies that pay dividend quarterly or every 6 months or yearly, and that company have done this up to 10 years, 5 years, 15 years time. So it's a question of you doing that research and find out, and key in, buying, investing in that dividend paying stock, or investing in that dividend paying companies. This is, I think, first idea to earn passive income. The second idea is rental property. Rental property is another way whereby you buy a property and rent this out. There's this saying that property can be a liability when you live in that property. Here I live in my house. It's a liability because I am paying so much council tax here in UK. I'm paying the electricity, the bills and electricity and maintenance, wear and tears. But the rental property I'm talking about is also having another property that you rent out through estate agent, or you manage this property by yourself. So from that you pay all your mortgage, or you buy it outright, or you get a mortgage from that property and rent it out. Someone else is paying bills to you, someone is paying that mortgage. Maybe you buy a property that is under, you get this property and everything to you under will be maybe 700, and you get property that someone, then you rent that property out under 800 or 900. You know that when you subtract all your expenditure to run that property, maybe 700, and you're renting it at 900, you're already making 200 pounds sterling profit. This I'm saying, it's not really 200 pounds sterling. It can happen in any country. You can buy a property in Lagos, in Abuja, in New York, anywhere you want, as far as you have the money, and rent that property out. You can buy that property outright, and someone live in that property and paying you rent. So when that individual paying you rent, you are earning, passive income, which you are earning income. You are not really getting involved. You are not sweating. You are not working hard. You are getting this money while you are sleeping. This is what is passive income. This is what it's all about. So income from rental property. Okay. It's not easy, but it can be done. People are doing it, and it is way to, earn a living. It's also how to, be financially dependent, how to create generational wealth. Okay, so the other third option is also income from property of a company that have, RTA, which means company like a company that own a lot of properties. Okay, you might not have property by yourself. You can just invest some money in a company that own a lot of property, and that company will be paying you dividend. So it is possible. It's also what is called RET dividend. So this is what it means is income you generate by investing in a company that own a lot of property. I know in Nigeria, in Nigeria Stock Exchange, there's a company called USC Properties. There's a lot of company that own a lot of properties basically, and rent this property out. From there they derive income from it, and from that income they give the shareholders dividend. So that is another form. Okay, so number 4th is also affiliate market. Affiliate market means, or affiliation means, like you having a lot of followers. Like if you have a lot of followers in social media, they can get some discount from you. Like if you are Amazon affiliation, if you affiliate like Amazon, they can give you a discount whereby from your profile someone can order from Amazon whatever they want. You can talk about a particular product, maybe Canon printer or something that you're passionate about, and your followers can buy that product from you. So you get like 10% or 20% discount. So it's called affiliation market. Okay, that's another way to earn passive income where you are not really getting involved. Passive income is all about you earning a living without you putting much of effort. You making an investment, then allow that investment time to generate income that will pay you income every year or every quarterly, every 6 months without you putting much of an effort. This is what this is all about. So another thing is I want to talk about to you today is YouTube or podcast. Right, I want to talk to you about YouTube or podcast. Obviously, I am speaking to you right now. I need to do a video just to explain to you in terms of my journey to be an online entrepreneur or content creator, how I started a YouTube channel. But for you to earn a living, right, as I'm speaking to you right now, there's nothing to hide. It's about telling you, sharing information, telling you how you can, better your life, really. YouTube and YouTube pay content creator or even podcast. You can earn a little income from podcast, the same thing applicable to YouTube, but you must meet a certain threshold. You meet a certain threshold in YouTube, like you need to have a 4,000 to be able to monetize your YouTube video for you to earn a passive income from it. You need to have 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. So you need to have 4,000 watch hours, 1,000 subscribers for you to be able to monetize your video in YouTube. So you need to find out, if anything you really, are good at, anything you are very good at, people finding what your content value, you are telling people something that will be beneficial to them. You are sharing idea, you are teaching people something that will be beneficial. They will learn something from you. Right? It is something you need to think about. Do a video. You can use your mobile phone to do. You can use your mobile phone, cell phone, to do a video and put it on YouTube. Because you never know. The time I started YouTube, I thought, okay, let me do it just out of interest. It's just a passion of mine to do it there to help other people out. But I'm speaking to you right now. My channel is not. I'm still an upcoming YouTuber, but what idea I'm trying to share with you is it can be done. You generate a passive income while you are home sleeping. Only what you need to do is create your content. It will maybe take you 10 minutes or 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever minutes it takes you to create a video. edit it and post it to YouTube. You never know, someone else in United States of America, someone in Australia, someone in New Zealand, someone in somewhere else can pick that thing up. As far as they go to YouTube Hub, search YouTube Hub and search that content, how to do this, how to do this, how to do this, you know, as someone can watch that, and from there YouTube algorithm will pick it up. From there, you know, before you know it, you know, you will be receiving a message, people thanking you for what you have done. You know, I created a content here where I talk about how to scan your document. To my surprise, people in the United States of America are watching this video continuously, writing, thank you very much, Vinay, for doing this. It gives me joy because I'm giving back to community in terms of, I'm giving back to humanity in terms of the idea of mine, in terms of what I know. Basically sharing ideas, sharing information, helping other people's. It's kind of symbiotic relationship because you're helping others, others are also helping you. So this is what it's all about. So you need to find a way to, you know, use social media to your advantage, basically. Other thing is also podcasts, where you can talk about things, you know, record your voice and put it on platform. A lot of platforms, you can put it on Anchor. There's so many places where you can put your podcast. You record, you know, you record your talk, really, you know, what you want to talk to people about. You can talk about relationship, you can talk about anything you are good at. You can give people advice, you know, how to navigate, you know, how to make a living. You can talk about finance, you can talk about anything, you can talk about relationship, you can talk about bullying, you can talk about mental health, you can talk about clinical skills if you are a nurse or within your profession. You can talk about anything you prefer. You can talk about anything about, you know, health education, you know, and put that podcast upload it on podcast platform where people will be listening to what you are saying. People are listening to these messages driving to work, communication, or doing house call, you know, cleaning. They can be listening to your voice, the idea you are giving people. So this is what it's all about. So there is so many things. I just want to talk to you that, you know, the way you can earn a passive income. You know, I want to recap: dividend paying stock, rental property, REIT dividend, which is property dividend you get from, you know, company that invested in property. Okay, affiliate market is like, you know, from Amazon or Facebook. Okay, even Facebook these days, you can monetize your Facebook videos, you know, but you need to reach you need to have certain followers, number of followers, for you to be able to monetize your Facebook content. It is possible. You just need to do your research, make inquiry, you know, do a lot of research. Okay, so I talk to you now about YouTube video and podcast. Okay, this is where for you to, you know, generate a passive income. You can write a book, online book, and publish it on Amazon. You can write a book and publish this on Amazon. Okay, you can write a book. Write a book. I want to give you an example of Chimaman. You know, there's a lot of people I know, okay, wrote a book and published this on Amazon. It's earning them income all the time. This book right now is Cash Flow Quadrant by Robert Kiyosaki. This book is earning this gentleman and his wife Kim a lot of money. They're based in the United States of America, but it's sort of idea that, you know, that this is a passive income, because he wrote this book. I don't know how many years he wrote this book, but it's still generating income. I bought this book from Amazon. Okay, I bought this also. I bought Rich Dad Poor Dad. What I'm telling you is it's about you trying to develop idea. It's about you trying to develop idea, you know, something that you can do that the world will find value, so that you earn income from there. But also someone that buy that your content will learn one or two things from you. This book, I learn a lot of things from this book. I listen to his podcast all the time, you know, because sometimes it's about also people you are shortage with. You know, don't get me wrong, but you need to find way to earn money smart. You need to associate and mingle with people who are more intelligent, also people who are, you know, who got a lot of things to offer you, instead of you associating with people who are, you know, low scale. You know, you need to find a way to, you know, earn a living. It really, you know, in a smart way. You can work 9-to-5 job. That is fine. If myself, I got a 9-to-5 job, but ultimately my idea is to move away from that 9-to-5 job and generate my income from passive income. So this is what I want to tell you, you know, how you can earn a passive income. You can earn a passive income by dividend, paying stock. But also another way to earn a passive income, you can buy a stock right now that are not paying dividend, but after certain period of time that stock increase. If that stock market share increase, you can sell it and earn income there. Obviously what it is just you use your money and buy. I give you an example. You can buy Dangote sugar or Dangote cement, right? Maybe Dangote cement and Dangote sugar pay dividend, but maybe I give you another example. You buy another stock or you know, different stock really that doesn't pay any dividend at all. Okay, and that company declare their financial statement, their financial earning, and they did quite well, because stock market also goes with news. Sometimes when the company give a good news in terms of their production, in terms of their sales and profit they made, the investors will be happy and listen to that. Sometimes they react to it in a positive manner. But anytime you just need to do your financial, you know, in research, also try to understand how stock market work. Whenever there is a bad news in town, the stock market will go down. Okay, just like what we are seeing right now with this pandemic. You know, initially at the beginning of, you know, February, January, March, you know, early March, the stock market went downward spiral. But now with the whole situation coming up, things are starting to improve. But don't get me wrong, you know, still that portfolio is not up to how it is. In terms of checking my portfolio right now, it is not how it is. It's not where it was before this pandemic started. But what you need to understand is a general thing that is happening in the whole world. When it's general thing, you don't need to panic. You need to make informed choice and do your research, learn that company inside out before you invest in that company. If you know that company that they pay dividend for long period of time, you know that would continue going, and the company, nothing have changed, they're doing well, they keep going in terms of their fundamental and analysis, everything are synchronized, everything are keeping going up the way it's supposed to be. You know, the management team and everything that are still intact is something that's happening generally in the whole world. Then you don't need to panic. But more also, you know, what I'm saying is you can buy a stock right now that don't pay dividend. All of a sudden they declare a good positive result. You can use that result, you can sell that and earning income from it, because you didn't really participate. It's just that you invested in that company. Maybe in 6 months time it goes up, you can sell it and earn income from there. So guys, I thought to share with you how you can generate a passive income. I thought to let you know 6 ways actually to generate a passive income. This is what this idea is all about. It's about you earning income while you are sleeping. You know, it's already ultimate goal of mine for you to be able to try to understand this and earn income without you getting so much involved. Okay, thank you very much. If you're happy with what I've just explained to you, please consider subscribing. Thank you very much, and God bless you.